everybody, it's Mike from PC Classic Cars back with another test drive video. Today we are in my 1973 Ford Gran Torino Sport. This is an S-Code 400 car. So again, we have a 73 Ford Gran Torino Sport. This car has the original, I believe to be the original 400. It's an S-Code car backed by a C6 3-speed automatic transmission. And if you're looking for a Torino to hop in and drive, that is just a well ironed out car mechanically. It just drives like a stock Torino. This is a fantastic example of that. You could hop in this thing and I'd feel comfortable driving it just about anywhere. My guess is at some point the 400 has been gone through. I've owned a bunch of these cars, a lot of Fords that have had 400s in them. Not my number one choice when it comes to a Ford motor, and usually they're real sluggish. This one gets out of the hole a whole lot faster than they usually do. So I think someone has done a little bit of work to that 400 or refreshed it at some point, and it again performs like a stock style driving Torino, but cruises great. This one is optioned with factory heat and AC. Both of those work. You have your standard power steering and then power front disc brakes. This still retains an original set of manifolds, but the exhaust has been replaced. You have dual exhaust. It's an aftermarket style muffler. It's a Flowmaster style muffler. Then you have your tailpipes. On your interior, you have your factory ginger bench seat interior. This one is optioned with the factory rally gauges, so you do get the tach, you do get the oil pressure, the voltage, and the temp gauge instead of just the dummy lights. So that is really cool. You still have your factory radio down below, and the lower dash has not been cut. They do not remake those parts, so that's really cool. Dash pad is in great shape. Sport door panels are awesome. Headliner visors, the dome lens, all that stuff is in really, really nice shape. And then the Ford steering wheel also looks great. My guess is the seat covers have been redone at some point. They are very clean. The oldest thing about the interior would be the carpet. The mats are new. We put brand new mats in it, but the carpet is older. It doesn't have any major issues. It's just kind of that older kind of material. You'll see it in the photos. This one is also optioned with an aftermarket cruise control setup, and the cruise actually works great. You can set it at 65, 70 miles an hour and hop on the freeway and just cruise, which is really, really cool to find an old car that has working cruise like that. It is not a factory option. It was an aftermarket, but looks almost like a dealer installed setup on it. The items I have listed as a no is your dash clock is not working, and then the wipers work, but you have to park them where you want them. So if you turn it off and the wipers are halfway up, that's where they're going to stay. But all the rest of the gauges, all your lights, horn, the radio, all that stuff is working properly. Temp gauges come up good, so we'll get on it here a little bit. Nice positive shifts. That's 70 miles an hour right there with no problems whatsoever. As far as your underneath goes, it is a good solid car. Most of the floors are all original. There's a very tiny spot on the toe board on the passenger side, right where the that front toe board meets the full floor pan. There's like a small little spot that was repaired right there, and then both of the drop downs have a little bit of metal work done. And I do believe the lower quarters on this car has been replaced, but I don't see any current rust issues on the bottom side. It is a good solid car. The frame is great. Inside the trunk is nice. On your exterior, it is a factory pewter exterior with a laser stripe. I have the Marty report. I have a ton of actual paperwork that goes with this car, which is awesome. You'll see that in the extra photos. But the paint is really old. It was sold to me as a single repaint back in the 90s. To the validity of that, I do not know, but it has for sure been repainted, and the paint is older. It's got its fair share of flaws and imperfections. The laser stripe really could stand to be redone. It's got a little bit of bubbling on the lower corners of both doors. You'll see photos of that. As a car to hop in and drive, it's still very presentable. You walk up to the car, it's got a nice shine to it. It's not a wavy car. It's just the paint is old on it, and you'll see that in my photos. Same thing with the bumpers and the trim, probably original to the car. I don't think any of that stuff has been redone. But being a pewter Gran Torino Sport with the laser stripe, it's pretty cool option. You just don't see a lot of them that were factory optioned with the laser stripe, especially in this color combo. All your suspension is stock style equipment. Nothing's high performance. It's all just regular Torino suspension. Performs great. As you can see, this car just cruises awesome. I'm a Torino guy. I own some. I've had a bunch of them. If y'all follow the videos, you hear me talk about my 72 all the time. 72s and 73s are basically the same, other than the front end and the rear bumper is just a little bit different. A lot of the parts are interchangeable. The interiors are virtually the exact same. And I love these cars. They're just a lot of fun to drive. They're big boats going down the road. They're very comfortable. You load up 6 people in here and you have a lot of fun. On the glass, you have your manual windows, manual locks. A lot of people don't know this. You could get power options for those. Pretty rare option. This one, I prefer the manual, just less electronics to go wrong. Windows roll up and down like they should. There is a little bit of scarring on both the windows from going up and down, but nothing you can really hang your finger on. Just small stuff. Windshield is clean. Back glass also looks good with no real issues. Turn your dash lights on there. Turn the headlights on. Brakes nice and easy. Stops straight. The power steering works like a brand new car. I think the Magnum 500s with the white letter BFGs are the best wheel and tire combo on these. I think they look awesome. Get in it here one more time. As I touched on a little bit before, we have a ton of original paperwork for this car. A bunch of receipts for work done over the years. Some receipts for car shows that it's been in. Marty report, Ford invoice, owner's manual, just a ton of paperwork you'll see a photo of. Make sure you check out the additional infos tab on my website. It's got a ton of extra photos of all the imperfections. I really want y'all to see that on this car, because when you walk up to the car, you don't really see it until you get on close inspection. But it does have its fair share of things to nitpick. But again, still a really good car. Overall feel, as y'all know, I love Torinos. Every time I get a 72 or 73, they're a lot of fun. I personally really enjoy these cars. This one is a great example. It cruises nice. It's a great price point. It's a lot of car for the money. If you can get past some of the cosmetic things and do a little bit of upgrades on that stuff over time, or leave the car exactly like it sits and just enjoy it, it's a fun car no matter which way you want to go with it. And as always, I appreciate y'all stopping in to watch another one of my test drive videos. Make sure you watch the virtual description along with those additional info. Pictures. I want you guys to see all that stuff. Both of those are going to be posted on my website, pcclassiccars.com, and I will see you guys on the next video. Thanks again for watching.